This morning the church gives us readings that align with the things that are happening historically now. Jesus is approaching Jerusalem, and he goes to visit, just before he dies, his friends in Bethany, which is about 2 miles outside of Jerusalem. And he is preparing for the way he is about to suffer. Our first reading: "This is my chosen one, in whom I am pleased. Upon him I have put my spirit, and he shall bring forth justice to the nations." God revealed long ago through the prophecies of Isaiah and Jeremiah that there would be this servant, this chosen one who would come, and he would suffer greatly, but by his wounds they would be healed. This Jesus who comes is going to suffer greatly. In fact, he reveals that to his apostles, and is so shocking and jarring to them that they do not understand, they don't believe, they aren't ready to accept that something terrible is going to befall their friend Jesus. And it does. And it can be easy in the light of these readings to see God as this sort of vengeful dictator who's so angry with humanity that he has to take out his anger on somebody. But because we can't take it, because we can't receive that anger, instead it's his son that receives it. Remember, there's a sort of natural punishment to sin. Certainly, parents punish their children when they do things that they're not supposed to do. But that's in order to teach virtue. You fuss at the little one who is getting a little too close to an electrical outlet with something metal, so they develop the habit of not doing that without having to put something metal in the electrical outlet and learn that it hurts a lot. But then there is punishment that comes from our own decisions. If I were to go and steal something of great value and get caught, there would be a natural punishment for that. And that is lined and it's explained by our civil laws, what the natural punishment for these things are. What if you just think about regular life? You eat fancy food a little too much, and you start to feel bad. You become too lethargic, and it sort of spirals out of control. There are natural responses, repercussions to decisions we make. And this punishment is not because God is angry, but because we have done something wrong, and that is deserving of punishment. Treason, even to today, in most places throughout the world, treason is a capital offense. Idolatry in ancient Judaism is a capital offense. Well, you could sort of say the original sin was a mixture of treason and idolatry, carrying with it a stiff penalty. And instead of being punished to relent God's anger, Jesus takes on the punishment that we accepted through our sins and does it for us. Because if we really had levied on us the punishment for sin, we would not survive. And so he gives us this great gift of forgiveness. Remember how he uses those analogies of people who borrowed large sums of money. You know, imagine if you or I borrowed $1 trillion and somehow lost it. There's no paying that back. It would have to be forgiven, or somebody else has got to come in and pay it for me. That's what Jesus does for you and I. This suffering servant. And the greatest joy of Christians is to be able to participate with Jesus in his suffering, to do the things that he did, to suffer with him on the cross for the sins of others. We do that whenever we put up with or deal with the faults and failures of other people. We get up on the cross with Jesus whenever we're in pain. but also to offer that forgiveness. He does not ask anything of us that he doesn't do himself. We offer the same forgiveness that Jesus has offered to us, to others.